All right, everybody, we're back. Hopefully, we're back. Hopefully, we're going to be able to bring somebody on. Avatar. I gotta figure out how to flip this thing around like that. Nicole Tatro taught me how to do, so it reads correctly. Let's see here. Sarah's watching. Hopefully, everybody comes back on. Angel. There's J-Man. There. Okay, I'm not going to move. J-Man, I got that text you sent me. I got a feeling that's going to be some incriminating evidence against me. Yeah, we'll just see who gets kicked up a notch then, won't we? Oh, boy. Hey there, Fitz. The Green Thumb PT. Green Thumb. Love it. Maybe I should just bring all y'all on. That'd be funny. We just need to bring everybody on. I can see you now. All right, Eric, let's figure this out, boy. Come on. Brain surgery. Ain't rocket science. I don't know why it's not adding you. You must have like T-Mobile or something. Maybe that's the problem. You got T-Mobile? Oh, oh, All right, Aaron. All right. If it's not going to add our guest, we may have to see him another time. Certainly is declining the request. Who wants to come on board? Who wants to come on and be my guest tonight? Sing us a song. Fitz, you ever heard of Dying Moose? That's what I sound like. J-Man, I told him to be on the phone. I just talked to him. It's accepting it, but it won't let you on. I don't know, Eric. Do you have a Samsung flip top phone? I don't know. What system are you using? So, Aaron, Eric, if we have to, we'll figure this out. Bring you on. Should start it and try to. Eric should start it and try to invite you. We could try that. Eric, do you know how to start a live show? And then you can try to invite me on, see if that works. Oh, Lordy, yeah. I think Zuckerberg has it in for me. That's what it is, J-Man. Maybe bring Lindsay on. Let's see here. We're going to get this figured out. So anyway, a lot of you probably saw my post where, according to WebPT, a lot of people ask wellness, nervous about wellness and Medicare people. Well, according to WebPT, per the APTA, wellness services for Medicare not covered. So therefore, you can work with Medicare client to do Pilates, yoga, strength training, balance training, particularly if the person has not suffered a fall. You can work with them as wellness, and guess what? You're not going to get in trouble for charging them cash. How about that? All right. Eric, do you want to try that? Do you want to give me a thumbs up, Eric, if you want to try starting a live show? I know you haven't done this before, so try this, see if it works. Lindsay says, no, she doesn't want to come on the air. You're going to be on the show one day, Lindsay. Don't you worry. You're gonna be on. All right. So, otherwise, Otherwise, we'll bring somebody on. We might bring on that Michael Hyland. And we'll get this all figured out. We got people here. Lindsay, yeah, that's right. Come on, Fitz. Lead the cheers for Lindsay, 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 Lindsay. Yes, sir. Keats, you're going to be on the show one day too, man. In the future, I have nothing to. Oh, Lindsay, you have lots to teach. You've got a gift. You've got knowledge to share. You're going to be on, girl. Don't you worry. So, all right. That's right. See, look, you got all these people supporting you. Who wants to come on? Eric, if I get somebody as a taker, you and I are going to do this another time. We're going to figure this out, find out why you couldn't get on. All right? That's right, Fitz, man. We all have something to teach. I mean, look at me. Oh, I got something. He wants to be in your video. Let's try it one more time. Prove. I don't know. I don't know what's going on. That's okay, Lindsay. You know, we got somebody that's going to be on here. I'm going to have somebody on probably in a couple weeks who just started his business like a month ago. And that's going to be a great, another resource too for people just getting started or a little nervous to make the jump. So, excellent. Yeah, I just want to remind everybody, this has nothing to do with anybody that's watching right now, but I want to remind everybody just kind of the spirit of the group, being positive, supportive, uplifting, and you know, helpful for each other, and you know, we're all mobile physical therapists. However, we may get paid, whether it's through insurance or private pay. But the bottom line is what we're here to do. Again, whether you're receiving cash or whether you're taking insurance, we're here in this group to learn how to market ourselves to the public and be successful. Just want to remind everybody that's what we're doing. I'm still new. Fitz, you're crushing it, buddy. You're crushing it. All right. Who wants to come on? I'm going to have Eric on another night. We're going to figure this out. Who wants to come on? Somebody raise their hand. All right, Hyland. Wine and balance. That's right. Michael Hyland, you want to come on, brother? Who's not afraid? Who's not afraid? Let's see if this works. We're gonna put Michael on the spot here. This is gonna be fun. Maybe my phone. Oh, connect. There he is.
Hey, David.
Hey, we got somebody. Excellent. We got Michael Hyland here. Michael is
Woo!
Yes, sir. Woo! Eric, I'm so sorry, buddy, but we're gonna have you on the show. Don't you worry. You're gonna be on the show soon. But this is like, oh my gosh, it's like Christmas, man. I got Michael Hyland. This guy is awesome. He's a Floridian, but he's down there in like Broken Bow, Oklahoma, or Shawnee, Oklahoma,
Broken Bow.
or Broken Arrow.
Broken Arrow. Broken Arrow.
Broken Arrow. Broken Arrow, Oklahoma.
If you got a broken arrow and a broken bow, you're in bad shape.
A broken bow, yeah, something, yeah. Everybody, surprise guest. Just kidding. Wasn't Eric. It's Michael. Michael Hyland. He's in Broken Arrow,
I am.
Oklahoma. Michael, you're pretty new at this, right?
I am.
Okay, new in your
I
career?
I opened my cash practice this summer, so pretty brand new.
Okay, yeah. So Angel, he
is
is
good
in
lighting here. Hold on.
Angel, he's now in Broken Arrow, Oklahoma. He was originally from Florida. He went on vacation and got lost, and that's how he ended up in Oklahoma. So
my car broke down. I never got out.
Car broke down. It's still sitting in the front yard. So hey, tell me, your car's on cinder blocks, isn't it?
You got me.
I thought so. I thought so.
Yeah,
Hey,
yeah.
everybody,
I
this is Michael Hyland. This guy, he's a cool cat. He's
everybody.
been doing some videos. Michael, introduce yourself to the group. Tell us about yourself and how you got into physical therapy to start with.
Oh, that's a good one. Okay. Well, first of all, hi guys. Michael Hyland here. As David pointed out, I'm a Floridian that's transplanted into Oklahoma, so we won't go into that story. But anyway, I
real story, Angel. Real story.
Do what?
Oh, I just telling Angel. I don't know. Can you see people's comments?
I can't actually from where I am.
You can or cannot?
With my phone turned. With my phone turned, I can't see him.
Oh, okay, okay. Yeah, no, Angel was just asking
yeah,
if this is a real story.
I can see him now.
Yeah, she's asking if it's a real story. And
oh, there's not much to tell there. But you know, when you meet a girl and you move to another state, you know, sometimes you live there for a while. So
it's always about a girl.
Anyway, that's it. Mm-hmm. So I went to PT school, University of St. Augustine for Health Sciences on the East Coast.
Yeah.
Got my DPT in 2012,
mm-hmm.
and got work right away in Oklahoma because of you know who.
A girl.
And I've worked in acute care, hospital-based outpatient, and home health.
Right.
And kind of like you were talking about on the podcast with Josh the other day with the episode. I've been listening to all the episodes, and episode 5, it was a great episode about taking the leap.
Thank you.
I really enjoyed that one. Yeah, I loved it, and it just basically that was me. You were telling my story. Like I'm tired of the grind. I know I'm a good PT and I love helping people, but I just want to get out there and do it the way I think is best fit and
I love it.
on my time. And so anyway, I took the plunge, made the leap, and I opened my cash practice this summer. I started working on this back in February. So
nice.
I went PRN at my job in February, and I enrolled in Aaron LeBauer's Cash PT Blueprint, and that's kind of where I got started. So.
All right, excellent. Let me ask you this. So you started thinking about it in February, but this summer you took the plunge, correct?
Well, basically, yeah, I started all the groundwork in February, and then found I found the brick and mortar clinic I wanted to actually rent, and I got the build out done and all that. So that was done in July. So that's why I say summer, because I kind of technically opened in June, I guess. But I started actually. It's funny because I actually saw my first client with my practice mobile because I saw him at his house. So
excellent.
I didn't have a clinic yet, so I was like, "Well, I'll just come to your place." You know, he's like, "Fine," you know.
Right. Excellent. So I guess it sounds like what held you back from making the jump was the fact that you were waiting for your clinic to build out to be able to go into, versus being nervous or scared
No, it was basically like I knew I wanted to take the leap, but I've never run a business before, so I just wanted to be really sure I knew what I was doing. So I went through the entire Cash PT Blueprint and just started implementing things one thing at a time, and just trying to be frugal about it too, frankly. You know, getting the LLC started, and looking for properties. And getting a logo and stuff like that. So
well, Lindsay wants to know, how big is your clinic?
My brick and mortar practice is roughly around 1,000 square feet.
All right.
And to be honest with you, it's almost too big.
I love floor space though, man. I gotta have some elbow room. So.
It's nice. I've got room to grow, which is great.
Yep, Rue's on. We got a host of Floridians on here watching. By the way, we got Florida and we got Texas representing pretty well tonight. So then of course my boy Keats.
Everybody shout out where you're.
Keats is here in Arizona, so we got some Arizona representation too. So now you do some mobile also, or a little bit?
I haven't done a lot yet, but it's definitely part of my practice because I don't ever want to. I never wanted to kind of be adamant about never going to someone's home. I kind of want to have that open-ended, like, you know what, I'll come to you if it's really convenient for you.
Sure.
And especially if somebody is, and then again, I haven't seen anybody for like my fall prevention programs as of yet, because that's, at least in my practice, I haven't. So, but when I do, I'm planning on either offering that in the home or in the clinic, either way. If they're not truly homebound, I'd like them to come in if they can, but if they don't, you know. But then again, if you're seeing them in their home, you can adapt things to them in their home. Like you can see their kitchen or their bathrooms and how that's set up. And this, you could do your exercises here or whatever. So
right. Nice.
Or modify their home or whatever.
Sure. Well, I love it. So what you're doing, and what is something a lot of people are wanting to do, is kind of have that hybrid of, you've got a clinic, but you also offer the possibility or the option of you going to them, which works out well, where also, like you say, you know, if you need to see how they're functioning in their home environment where they want to be successful, that's one of the services that you provide. Excellent.
Exactly.
So I have to give a shout out right quick to Miss Shannon Prophet Smith there. She's in Tennessee. I just want her to know that, you know, I got this other little group, this wind down, and I just want her to know, this is for her, that this weekend we're going to be reviewing a wine from Tennessee, made in Tennessee. So Shannon, you make sure you tune in. All right. Sorry for that commercial. Nice. That was a little commercial I had to give right quick for the wind down. So anyhow, Michael, so you've been doing this only,
yes, sir,
July, what, 2 months? Your practice?
Yeah, so I saw my first, you know, everything was ready pretty much for me to see my clients in June, and I saw my first client in June.
Okay, June. All right. So tell us this, because a lot of people want to know, because a lot of people are new, or a lot of people are, you know, they're standing at the edge of the diving board, or at the 3-meter platform diving board, kind of scared to jump. What have you found to be, what's been the challenges so far for you that you've had to work through?
Challenges. I would say, you know, everybody always wants to know kind of how to get the word out there.
Right.
I think that's been my biggest struggle, is not that I haven't been able to market myself pretty well, but, you know, I won't lie, the business has been a trickle so far, but it's been steady. So it's been essentially word of mouth. And for me, it's been word of mouth and talking to people, and then, and just telling people what I do. And whenever you start talking about what you do, inevitably someone's going to say, you know, I've had this problem for XYZ years. And you're like, well, have you ever done therapy? No. Oh, well, let's talk about it. And that's essentially how it's been for me. I would say, you know, getting that presence on Google has been challenging, trying to get yourself to come up to the top of the list so that people can find you without having to, like, you know, pay a marketing firm $bazillion to get your name out there.
Right.
So essentially, I think that's the struggle I've had, is basically self-marketing. Not exclusively, but it's not the worst thing in the world, but it's probably not the most quickest way to get patients. So, but the word of mouth thing is definitely a real thing. It does work, but it's not gangbusters.
So no, but it's going to be organic growth. But you know, that trickle then starts to become more of a flow, and then it becomes a waterfall. Are you doing any sort of public speaking engagements or anything, or what you got going on?
So I'm starting small on that, but yes. So 2 weeks from now, Friday, I believe it is, on the 8th. Is it the 18th? Whatever the day is, National Fall Prevention Awareness Day is coming up in, I think it's the week after next. So I'm not doing anything on that actual day, but that weekend, I'm actually part of a health ministry at my church. So we're doing we have a healthcare ministry, and I'm leading a fall screening event between the services on the weekend, on the Sunday, and we're going to be doing the Steady Toolkit, and I have a nurse that's also in the ministry with us that's going to be doing orthostatic hypotension screening with me. I'm going to use that as an opportunity to collect leads. Actually, I'm going to be I have a sign-in sheet for name, email, and phone number so that people can opt to get my ebook for fall prevention.
I love it.
I figured that might be a good way to start.
Absolutely. Awesome. Great idea. And something through the ministry, through the church, that's a golden ticket right there for getting your name out there. And I know that particularly when you're involved in something like that, people love to support
yes,
the congregation. So I love that for you. That is awesome. Fantastic.
And now that I think about it, actually everybody I've worked with so far, either directly or indirectly, has been involved in my church. So it's like just getting that word out there and talking to people, and they're like, oh, I didn't know you did that, Yeah. Nice. And I actually have an opportunity now here's another thing. Working a PRN job, I will say that can actually be really beneficial for you, even though it's kind of, side hustles can get you busy sometimes. And but mine hasn't been overwhelming by any means. So I work 2 days a week officially for a home health company that I was full-time for before. Okay. And I have a recurring patient who's a regular, and his wife had a problem the other day, and actually it's been going on almost a week or over a week, just neck and upper back pain and all this horrible pain that just came on. And it just screamed musculoskeletal. And I was like, why don't you just come to my clinic and let me help you? And she was like, I literally don't feel like even getting out of bed. And I said, well, this week I said, well, I'll tell you what, I'll bring my treatment table and I'll come to you when I see your husband. I'll see you before him. And I gave her a free treatment. And she was like blown away. Like, I cannot believe you're like hitting every spot that hurts. And I'm like, yep, I touch people.
Touch people.
I have a license to touch people. That look on your face. Anyway, but she was really impressed, and she after I was done, she was like, I want to pay you something. I'm like, please, please, please. I'm seeing your husband for therapy. I don't really want. Just give me a good review. That's what I want, And so, but she actually is at the point where she is. It sounds like she wants to be a recurring patient now.
Sure.
So that's kind of amazing.
I would have asked for like a homemade peach cobbler or something, but hey, a review works well too.
Yeah, I mean that's really what's going to get me future business, I hope. So the people seeing it online and finding it organically. So
right. Love it. Now,
it's always good to have that testimonial. So
sure. You mentioned PRN, and a lot of people in here. I hear a lot of people talk about well, I'm having to do PRN right now or whatever. But I want people in the group to realize that a lot of us, first starting out, myself included, did PRN work. There's no shame in that, and it's definitely a great way to help pay the bills while you build your practice, whether it's a brick and mortar or mobile or a blend. But there's no shame in doing PRN, and like you said, doing that PRN might lead. I mean, while you're not there trying to pilfer clients, but it can lead to connections.
It can lead
to connections that will help you down the road. So there's no shame in that. We've all done it, and we all still do it. So what?
And I'll say this.
Yeah, go ahead.
Go ahead. I'm sorry.
I didn't say anything. I was just drinking my
all I was
knowledge.
going to say all I was going to say as an addition to what you just said, and as an aside about PRN, is that I'm in a place right now, 2 or 3 months out from starting, that basically the revenue I'm generating with clients is helping to pay all the overhead, and I've got extra, so I'm doing okay. But I'm not making a salary yet, so my business is surviving. My PRN job, this is a joke, but it really isn't. My I said this to my wife a couple weeks ago. I said, my PRN job right now is giving me enough work to pay for our groceries every week, and your job pays for everything else.
Hey,
but
listen,
we're doing fine. We're doing fine. You know.
That's all right. Hey,
so you can survive. You can survive it.
I tell my wife, you know, her role is, thanks to her, I have health insurance, you know, so hey, every little bit helps. So who's your,
actually, same thing. Same thing.
Who's your target audience other than the congregation?
Oh yeah,
other than the congregation of the Broken Arrow Church, what is your target audience? Who is your target?
So you're basically saying what my USP is, right? My target population.
Yeah, yeah, your avatar, your perfect client.
Yeah.
Who do you like to target?
Now, this has only been 2 patients out of the last 4 I've worked with, but it's still, I've seen 2 people in my patient avatar so far, which has been awesome. So my patient avatar is a person who's at least, don't have to be, but ideally 50 and older, but they're active and fit. They want to stay active and fit, reduce pain, and to prevent falls. So that they can maintain independence and the enjoyment of life. That's basically my USP. So, I'm interested in helping people to prevent geriatric-related diseases and issues before they happen. So tomorrow on my Facebook Live, I'm talking about sarcopenia, and most people are going to be like, huh? But that's...
Sarco who?
It's a huge problem, because that's why you get those little old men and ladies in nursing homes or assisted living that can't stand up out of a chair. Sarcopenia. So it's a big problem, but it's preventable, right?
Right.
So, and exercise is the best medicine. So.
That's right. Move, live, life. That's the motto of my business. Move, live, life. And you're teaching people to
Amen.
Stay active and the importance of being active as we age. I love it. I love it. Nice. Well, man, it's been so awesome that we got to catch up this way. This was a surprise.
It was kind of impromptu.
How did we originally get connected? How did we get connected?
Oh, well, you know, I think I found you because I listened to your interview with Aaron LeBauer.
Oh, okay.
On the Cash PT lunch hour.
Right.
And your practice and your mission and everything really resonated with me because of your population. Your avatar basically is active and fit seniors, or not all of them, but many of, you know, you got golfers and people that are coming down to Phoenix and or live in Phoenix that are active and fit and they want to stay that way.
Yep.
Or they want to prevent falls, and you do fall prevention work. And so I really enjoyed that interview. And anyway, I think I ended up.
Yeah, that's right. That's how we got connected.
I literally don't.
I
literally don't remember. I think I must have liked your Facebook page or something.
So you're saying you
started watching your lives and.
Right. Yeah, good.
If you
I
can call it that.
I have a lot of people that I'm connected through the Smart Success Physical Therapy, and I didn't think that was it. So, but that's not important. What's important is that you're here, I'm here, we know each other, we're high fiving and fist bumping each other, and I love the content that you're putting out there. So,
thank you.
You know, you mentioned that Jen's watching. Hello, Jen. We got a lot of new people watching tonight, so that's good.
Awesome.
If people want to catch your videos that you do, how are they going to find you?
Okay, so y'all, if you're interested ever, I tend to do a short live almost every day, if not every day. You can find me at Hyland Physical Therapy, Hyland Physical Therapy and Wellness on Facebook if you want to search the whole name, or at Hyland PT is the handle for Facebook. And so I tend to go, like I said, almost every day. I had been doing, you know this, David, I had been doing a live, this was inspired by a coworker of mine at my home health PRN job. She said, you should do a daily challenge, and just encourage people, just demonstrate a couple exercises and say, hey, post down in the comments when you meet the challenge. And then I started doing that. And then after a while I thought, I should call this like the daily dose, because every day I'm giving you a couple exercises to do, and it's your dose of exercise for the day. And then, long story short, I had a connection through my mother-in-law who was watching my lives every day and doing the exercises with me. And she let out the cat out of the bag that her back pain and her mobility was like phantasm because of the videos. And I was like, to steal your words.
Love it.
And I was like, you know, I love giving away things, but I need to think about doing something about this, capitalizing on this maybe. So I actually have re-recorded all those exercises that I did on the lives, and I have them set up with my CRM software now that I can, whenever somebody purchases it, they can get access to the YouTube channel, which is unlisted. Basically, they're paying for all those videos as a package. So it's called the Daily Dose 30 Days to Better Fitness.
I love it. I love it. That's a good, that's a good little, I didn't ask you about that sooner when we had twice as many viewers on here. That's a good little tip. You found a way that's kind of like a side hustle for you. Get people to purchase your 30-day to better wellness, better health through, secret YouTube channel. I'm going to be calling you and taking some notes from you, my friend. I like that. Teach this old dog a new trick. Love it.
Well, and it was just, it literally was a spur of the moment thing. It was no plan. It just, whenever that one person said, oh my gosh, I'm walking normal again because of his exercises, I was like, I'm giving away therapy,
Well, that's good. That's awesome.
And so, anyway, nobody's bought it yet, but the person I'm telling you about is actually thinking about purchasing it. So
nice.
Because I put out a little poll. I put out it starts with one. I put out a poll actually saying if y'all have enjoyed these videos, would you be interested in ever purchasing them, something like this? But I got an overwhelming yes. And so she said yes if the price was right, and I gave her the prices of I've got 3 packages of that program. One is just the videos, and then other 2 offer some level of coaching for me, one-on-one. And so she said she'd get back with me on which purchase or which package, but she said she was really interested and wanted to do it. So we'll see.
Excellent. That's awesome. Well, keep us informed. You make a post about it.
Definitely.
In the group. Let us know how it goes. We want to know. Hey, Michael,
sure.
Thank you so much for stepping up to the plate, for kicking it up a notch early on Thursday and coming on the live show spontaneously. I appreciate it. My sincere apologies to Eric Finger. I don't know, for some reason his phone wouldn't let him come on board, but we're going to get him on soon because I want you guys to meet him and hear his story. But Michael's been gracious enough to come on board tonight and share his story about just getting started. It's a great story for others to hear because there are other people in your boat. There are people who are, again, as I mentioned, they're a little nervous to make that jump. So it's good for them to hear from someone who made it very recently. So thank you very much, Michael. We're going to see you tomorrow, everybody.
My pleasure.
Make it a great day.